Very good morning, everyone. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome back to the current affairs classes. Today we are going to start with 15th January CA. We'll be covering 15th of January current affairs and at the end the top 5 MCQs. Let's begin with the analysis. In the first segment, the ESI Finance Business News. We have World Bank projection for India's economic growth or GDP growth, right? So this can be important. World Bank has projected India's growth to be 6.7% in next 2 fiscal years. World Bank says in next 2 fiscal years, India will be growing at 6.7%. Now this can be important because this is for next 2 fiscal years, right? Broad period of time also coming from World Bank. So any growth projection coming from World Bank, OECD, IMF, all these important organizations is important for you. Remember this thing, right? World Bank has projected 6.7 for the next 2 years for India. And this has been released in a report called Global Economic Prospects. Global Economic Prospects. So World Bank has released this report, Global Economic Prospects. In this has been forecasted, right? Also, it says the services sector is expected to grow steadily and manufacturing sector will improve with government support. The global GDP, if you see, generally the prediction is global GDP का बहुत ज़्यादा variation, none of these organizations they are expecting. So global GDP का जो average है 2.7% until 2026 it will be, right? Earlier we have also seen this global GDP projection. It is 2.7 for the global GDP, right? 2.7. And as per this report, Global Economic Prospects, so this is again very important question. You should remember who publishes this report, right? Global Economic Prospects. This can be another important question. So this Global Economic Prospects is published by your World Bank. India is also said to be world's fastest growing major economy. You should remember that India is also expected to be the world's fastest major growing economy and China follows it. So first would be India and second would be China. Out of this entire thing, what you need to remember is 6.7% for the next 2 years is the growth projection by World Bank. This is the absolute figure. You must remember this. Next news. Now, this can be again very important one. In regulatory bodies news, we have RBI allowing overseas branches of the authorized dealer banks or authorized banks to open INR accounts. See, presently what the situation is, we have correspondent banking system, right? Directly, you cannot deal with the bank located in say some other country. You have to have Nostro and Vostro account with them, right? So we have some account with a foreign bank, that is Nostro account. They have their account with us to operate with our banking channels is Vostro account, right? So remember these two accounts first of all. Nostro is our account with them and Vostro is their account with us. I hope this is clear. Nostro is our account with them. Vostro is their account with us. Now with these accounts, we do the financial transactions. With the help of these accounts, we need not always indulge in currency exchange and all. Easy facilitation of foreign currency, fund transfers, fund settlement, etc. happens. Now the news is earlier. Now you will ask me, अभी जो हमारे पास NRI के लिए account है, which can also be opened, NRO account, non-resident ordinary account, right? In the domestic currency, that is true. But the difference in this news and the existing system is that the present one cannot be opened up outside India. Are you getting my point, everyone? The present correspondent banking में जो account open up करना allowed है to the NRIs and Indian diaspora, in Indian currency you can place your deposits. That is only in India, within domestic territory of India, not outside. But now the RBI allows that any such overseas branch, authorized banks कौन होते हैं? Authorized dealers कौन होते हैं? Authorized dealers or AD banks are such banks, such entities which have been authorized by RBI to facilitate such transactions in foreign currency, etc., to manage foreign exchange, right? इनको RBI ने power दी है as per the FEMA Act 1999. These are AD banks. और AD banks में भी जो top category banks होते हैं, जिनको सबसे ज़्यादा wide range of powers they have been provided with is AD category 1. right? So the news says RBI has liberalized FEMA Act to promote cross-border transactions in Indian rupee and local currencies. So basically, such AD banks, they can now open up INR accounts for non-residents to settle permissible current and capital account transactions with residents in India. So the thing is now, if there is any AD bank, authorized dealer bank, say XYZ, located in India, it has its overseas branch, say in US, right? So there you can open up such account. Earlier, you could only open up this account in India. This is the difference. Everyone got this point? Yes or no? Are you catching up with me? Right? So it will facilitate easy transactions. This is only the news. Remember. Also, you can remember this point that recently in 2022 only, RBI has introduced a special rupee Vostru account. Special rupee Vostru account, which promotes the use of Indian rupee in trade. Special rupee Vostru account. So Vostru accounts mein you can deposit such transactions in rupee. है ना? I hope the Nostro and Vostro accounts are clear. Remember, Nostro is our account with them and Vostro is their account with us to facilitate transactions in foreign currency or Indian currency, the foreign transaction settlement, right? So this is the news. Remember this thing. Correspondent banking pay, if you want to get more detail, although this much is sufficient. So I have in CAIIB, you can watch on the channel, there's a dedicated video, CAIIB ki 2-3 videos hain, correspondent banking, all the kind of accounts, Nostro, Vostro, etc. So if you want to go in much detail and understand the topic, you can watch the video, right? Now next, banking mein we don't have anything. Moving on to national news directly. National news, President of Indonesia, Prabowo Subianto will be the chief guest at 76th Republic Day celebrations. This is important. Remember, who is the chief guest at 76th Republic Day celebrations to be held shortly in India? The President of Indonesia, Prabowo Subianto, is the chief guest, right? This is a general fact, but again important. Then we have 8th Pay Commission. 8th Pay Commission. So recently you must have seen in the news, 8th Pay Commission, setting up of the 8th Pay Commission has been approved by the central government for the central government employees and pensioners. Now it will be working and the recommendations will be implemented from January 2026, right? So 8th Pay Commission has been approved. Now what they will do is, you know what the pay commission does is, right? So they will be revising the government salaries. As per the current inflation trend and all, the central government employee salaries and pensions, they will be revised. And the recommendations, remember, this date can be important. Recommendation of the 8th Pay Commission will be in effect from 1st January 2026. Will be in effect from 1st January 2026. So presently, which pay commission is there? Ongoing pay commission is the 7th Pay Commission, right? So you should be remembering key features of 7th Pay Commission. 7th Pay Commission has been in effect in India since 1st January 2016. These two dates are important. 8th Pay Commission 2026 implement होगा. 16 से 1st January 2016 से the 7th Pay Commission is in effect. और आप ये भी याद रख सकते हैं, 7th पे कमीशन ने जो सैलरीज थी, बेसिक पे जो होता है ना, नॉट दी CTC, बेसिक पे को इट मल्टीप्लाइड द सैलरीज बाय 2.57 टाइम्स. सो बेसिक पे 7th पे कमीशन से कितना इंक्रीज हुआ था? 2.57 टाइम्स फॉर ऑल लेवल्स ऑफ सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉइज, ऑल कैटेगरीज A, B, ग्रुप B, ग्रुप C, ग्रुप A, ग्रुप D, राइट? ऑल लेवल्स 2.57 टाइम्स से मल्टीप्लाई किया था बेसिक पे को. Also, 7th Pay Commission has recommended minimum basic salary of 18,000 rupees. Minimum basic pay. Basic salaries इन्होंने कितना recommend किया था? 18,000 rupees. It said that minimum basic pay should be 18,000. Also, with the 7th Pay Commission, when it came into effect in India, the minimum pension also rose from 3,500 to 9,000. Central government employees की minimum pension also increased from 3,500 to 9,000, remember, with the 7th Pay Commission. So in 2026, it is going to end. That's why the timeline is also important. From 1st January 2026, the 8th Pay Commission will be in effect. I hope this is clear. सिक्स्थ पे कमीशन के बारे में इतना नहीं देखना है, बट स्टिल यू कैन रिमेंबर दी टाइमलाइन. जनवरी 2006 में आया था, फिर 16th में 7 आया और 26 में 8 आएगा. दिस इज दी टाइमलाइन. The next news we have is Union Home Minister has inaugurated Fast Track Immigration Trusted Traveler Program at 7 airports. So recently this program has been inaugurated by Union Home Ministry at 7 airports. What is this program? This program basically wants to provide world-class immigration facilities to travelers, making international travel seamless and secure. Facilities अच्छी provide करवाना to reduce the time, to reduce the hustle in traveling. All these facilities will be there. 7 airports will be incorporated under this. Remember, 7 airports. So you should remember the name of the 7 airports, right? Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Cochin, and Ahmedabad. These are the 7 airports. Biometric data के basis पे quickly the process will happen and no further time and delay will be there. Next, again very important one, the Startup India initiative has completed 9 years. Remember, Startup India initiative has completed 9 years recently. On which date? So date is very important here, 16th January 2025. 16th January 2025. Date is important. Why? Because it has completed 9 years, right? So remember, Startup India initiative, जो government ने launch किया था to promote a startup ecosystem in India, has recently completed how many years? 9 years. On which date? 16th January 2025. So key features of this scheme can be important. Remember this initiative, Startup India, nodal ministry or the implementing ministry is Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Remember this, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, right? And one more very important thing is 16th January is also celebrated as National Startup Day. This can be very, very important, right? Because the Startup India initiative is in news, that's why this day can be important. So 16th January is designated as National Startup Day, and 16th January ko hi it was implemented. And under this initiative, startups in India, they have grown a lot. So basically, if you see the figure from the government, it says it has grown from around 500 in 2016 to 1,59,157 as on January 15. Also, when we talk about startups, we cannot forget about the rank of India at the global startup ecosystem, right? So in terms of global startup ecosystem, India stands at 3rd rank. By this time, you must be remembering this rank because we have discussed this lot number of times. So India is 3rd largest startup ecosystem in the world. India is 3rd largest startup ecosystem in the world. This was about Startup India initiative. And one more important thing, fund of funds which has been developed for this, uska amount kitna hai? 10,000 crores. Fund of funds for these startups was established under this initiative. Now what is fund of funds? फंड ऑफ फंड्स जो होता है, जैसे सपोज म्यूचुअल फंड है, राइट? म्यूचुअल फंड क्या करता है? डायरेक्टली इन्वेस्ट करता है जो भी पैसा उन्होंने पुल किया है. फंड ऑफ फंड्स दे डू नॉट डायरेक्टली इन्वेस्ट, right? So suppose fund of funds, they have pooled the money. Now they will be giving it to someone and they will be investing it. So funds जो manage कर रहे हैं उनका fund है, like mutual funds का भी fund है, fund of funds. So this is fund of fund, 10,000 crores का बनाया गया था. ये directly नहीं करते हैं. So ये कैसे invest करते हैं? Suppose this is 10,000 crore का fund. इसमें से जो भी fund होगा, this fund of fund will be allocating it to some AIFs, for example, like your alternate investment funds, है ना? Now those alternate investment funds in turn, they will be investing it in, say, venture capital, in startups, etc. So this is how this operates. The next is Union Education Minister has launched registration portal for 3rd edition of Kashi Tamil Sangamam. So this 3rd edition of Kashi Tamil Sangamam is there, which has been launched. It has started on, it will be starting on 15th February in Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. So remember the location. It will be held in Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. Again, very important factors. What will be the theme of this Kashi Sangamam, Kashi Tamil Sangamam? Theme for this third edition would be Sage Agasthyar. Sage Agasthyar. Who was the Sage Agasthyar? Sage Agasthyar was basically a very revered figure in Tamil culture. He has contributed a lot to Tamil culture, Tamil, say, language, Tamil texts, right? So a lot of contributions from this sage. That's why this Sage Agasthyar will be the theme for third edition. Right? What do they do in this Kashi Tamil Sangamam? Kashi Tamil Sangamam basically is an effort of the government to celebrate the cultural, language, linguistic and other historical ties, right, from Tamil to Kashi, to integrate these ties. This is the thing. And IIT Madras and BHU, they are two implementing agencies of this program. So remember who will be implementing this program in Varanasi, IIT Madras and BHU. So from Tamil Nadu, you will have IIT Madras, and from Varanasi, you will be having BHU, Banaras Hindu University, right? So these are the two implementing agencies. Then next news, Piyush Goyal, the Union Minister Piyush Goyal has launched Prabhav Factbook. Prabhav Factbook. What is this? Union Minister has launched initiatives like Prabhav Factbook and Bharat Startup Challenge. What is Prabhav? Prabhav ka extension you have to remember. The full form of Prabhav. Prabhav refers to powering a resilient and agile Bharat for the advancement of visionary startups. Remember this full form. Powering a resilient and agile Bharat for the advancement of visionary startups. For the advancement of visionary startups, right? This is Prabhav. Prabhav basically is a fact book which is highlighting startup industry's growth in India, right from 2016 to 24, how startups have grown and how startups have contributed in India's growth. So this is the fact book. It basically captures achievements of startups in India. The next initiative launched is Bharat Startup Challenge. Bharat Startup Challenge basically unleashes 75 challenges across various sectors. These are challenges across like blockchain technology, AI, etc., cryptocurrency. So basically, with these challenges, government is inviting innovative solutions from startups. And they will be recognizing, supporting such startups which come up with innovative solutions for all these 75 challenges, right? These are two initiatives, remember, Prabhav and Bharat Startup Challenge. Startup ecosystem ki growth if we see, so again, India is world's third largest startup ecosystem, right? And private equity and venture capital ki agar hum baat kare, so private equity and venture capital firms, they have brought global expertise and networks to India. Venture capital is also expanding. What is the difference between these startups, angel funds and venture capital? Generally, you see angel funds, venture capital fund, they generally invest in very high prospect startups, which are the cutting edge, which are based on cutting edge technology, which have very high futuristic growth, right? But at the same time, if you are expecting that startup to grow, there might be higher risk. But given that risk, if they expect that this startup and this idea will survive in the market, they will be investing in it. So this is the idea of venture capital, right? And again, very important fact is 43% of India's STEM graduates are women. STEM initiative भी government ने launch किया था. STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics, जिसमें we are trying to promote women participation, train them, right? So 43% of India's STEM graduates across all these fields, science, tech, engineering, mathematics, are women. So that is a good indicator. Remember how much? 43%. This is a sign of growing women literacy and empowerment. This was the news. Now moving ahead to the next one. Recently, a new pavilion has been set up by Union Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment at Mahakumbh 2025. So you see, Mahakumbh is happening in Prayagraj. It is ongoing. Pavilion एक setup किया है Union Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment ने यहाँ पर महाकुंभ में. So you must remember the theme of this pavilion. इस pavilion का theme क्या है? Divine, Grand and Digital. DGD. Divine, Grand and Digital. Divine, Grand and Digital. Next, Alliance Air expands flights operations in Manipur. So Union Minister of Civil Aviation has flagged off Alliance Air flights on 3 routes. 3 routes pe now it will again be operating. So it has expanded its scope. Which are the routes? Imphal to Guwahati, Kolkata and Dimapur. So Imphal to Guwahati, then Kolkata and Dimapur, and then again back. So these are the 3 routes it will be now operating on to. This much only is relevant here, remember. So this is your Alliance Air flights. Next, MeitY in association with DSCI has launched Cyber Security Grand Challenge 2.0. Cyber security से related anything is very much important. So Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology has recently launched second edition of Cyber Security Grand Challenge. This is second edition, that's why 2.0. What is this challenge? Basically, they are trying to build cyber security dealing competencies in India. They are inviting solutions, innovative solutions from startups, from different stakeholders who can bring these innovative solutions to deal with present daily evolving cyber attacks, cyber threats, right? So this is the thing, and for this purpose, Cyber Security Grand Challenge will be boasting substantial increase in total prize money of 6.85 crores. So total prize money which has been announced for different participants and winners would be 6.85 crores. That was about the national news. Now moving on to the state news category. State news mein again we have Mahakumbh Prayagraj is weaving a powerful narrative of environmental protection. So Mahakumbh mein we have recently seen a new pavilion launched jiski theme humne dekhi grand, digital, right, and divine. Now this is green initiative, green Mahakumbh. Mahakumbh ki series mein 31st January ko they will be celebrating Green Mahakumbh. Now what will this be? Green Mahakumbh mein we will be indulged in afforestation, right, and cleanliness drive, all these activities. So remember, Green Mahakumbh will be celebrated on 31st January 2025. Then next news is Punjab has launched She Cohort. Cohort 3.0. She Cohort. What is the She Cohort? She Cohort is basically startup handling and empowerment. She stands for what? She stands for startup handling and empowerment, particularly for women. In Mohali, Punjab, they have launched this to empower, to support, to guide, to mentor the aspiring female entrepreneurs or those who want to start their startups and students, so that they can build up their technology based startups. This has been launched by Punjab government, remember, She Cohort. Then next is 10th Ajanta Verul International Film Festival is in news. So this is recently in news, 10th Ajanta Verul International Film Festival, where it was held. It was held in Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, Maharashtra. And the festival organizers, they have conferred prestigious Padma Pani Lifetime Achievement Award to Padma Bhushan Sai Paranjape. So remember this name, who has received this Padma Pani Lifetime Achievement Award for outstanding contributions to Indian cinema. This has been conferred to Padma Bhushan Sai Paranjape. Next we have Archaeological Experimental Museum has been launched in Vadnagar, Gujarat. This can be very important fact, remember. Recently, Union Ministry of Culture and the Gujarat state government, they have unveiled a new Archaeological Experimental Museum in Vadnagar, Gujarat. Now at this museum, they will be showcasing Vadnagar's historical evolution with 5,000 artifacts placed over there. It will be celebrating, it will be showcasing historical evolution of Vadnagar in Gujarat. You need not remember all these details, kitne square kilometer ka hai, need not remember. Just remember Vadnagar mein hoga, 5,000 artifacts honge, and it has been established at Vadnagar. Then next news is National Red Run 2.0. So Goa has launched this, right? National Red Run 2.0. It is being organized by National AIDS Control Organization in collaboration with Goa State AIDS Control Society. National Red Run. It is going to start, or basically it has started from 18th January at Miramar Beach, Panji, Miramar Beach say it has started. This is to raise awareness, make people aware of the process of the cure, right? And to remove the stigma associated with AIDS. So National Red Run 2.0, remember, is this initiative. Then moving on to international news. First news we have is India and Sri Lanka, they have signed an agreement to set up 60 smart classrooms. India and Sri Lanka have signed an agreement to set up 60 smart classrooms in the plantation regions on the island. So India will be supporting Sri Lanka to establish these smart classrooms. India will be funding it, where we will be providing 508 million Sri Lankan rupees. Now with these smart classrooms, basically both the governments, they want to integrate technology for these students. So since Sri Lanka is in news, not all information need to remember here. Just remember 60 smart classrooms will be there. And since Sri Lanka is in news, so remember Sri Lanka, who is the Indian High Commissioner presently in Sri Lanka, that is Santosh Jha. The next news is US removes 3 Indian nuclear entities from export control list. So recently US has lifted sanctions on 3 entities. See, Cold War era के time में, Cold War was the period when there was this silent war, ongoing war between the erstwhile USSR, which is present day Russia, and US, right? You know that. US was supporting capitalism, USSR was supporting socialism, and they had these different ideologies. They were polarizing the world. They wanted the world to be on the either side. But India never joined this polarized group. India remained neutral. We had the non-alignment movement. We are not going to align with any of the blocks. We are neutral. So this was the era. At that time, certain restrictions, sanctions were imposed on these entities. So now they have been removed. Which are these 3 entities? You can remember these names: BARC, Bhabha Atomic Research Center, India Rare Earths, and Indira Gandhi Atomic Research Center. So basically now, with the elimination of these sanctions and restrictions, it will facilitate trade between US and India. Static part will be completed, I think, maybe by March, right? March, April, most probably. I'm not very much sure about the timeline because it takes time. You keep on revising the PIB and GA. So this was the news. Just remember these 3 companies. You need not remember these things in detail. Just remember what is this export control list. Export control list क्या होती है? Where US basically imposes these export controls to protect national security interest, where they try to protect their own national security, where they think that importing something from particular country will be a threat to their national security. This is general idea, right? This is part of their foreign policy, broader foreign policy, not so much important. It's just international politics, right? I hope the news is clear. Remember 3 organizations जिन पे से बैन हटाया है US ने. Now talking about MOUs, MOUs में we have C. and IIT Bombay. C. and IIT Bombay, they have signed an MOU for optical transceiver chipset for high bandwidth 6G wireless links. Now this MOU has been signed where they will be developing this optical transceiver chipset. What this will be facilitating? This chipset, if you see, it will be facilitating high bandwidth 6G links. So it will be used in rolling out of 6G technology in India. This can be important. Then the DPIIT and ITC. DPIIT and ITC have signed an MOU to accelerate startup growth and technological advancements besides creation of viable market opportunities. This is basically to promote startup growth in India. DPIIT and ITC. This was about MOUs. No more MOUs we have. No mergers and acquisitions. Then moving on to Science Tech news. Science Tech may we have ISRO has successfully docked 2 satellites. So this is very much important. Remember these names because this is part of the SpaceX mission of ISRO. Names are Chaser and Target. Chaser and Target. These are the 2 satellites which ISRO has successfully docked. Okay, Chaser and Target under the SpaceX mission, as I told you. So they can directly ask you these kind of questions you have seen recently in the examinations. They ask you like, this is the mission associated with what, right? So they can ask you Chaser and Target are the satellites associated with which mission? So they are associated with SpaceX mission. SpaceX mission kya hai? Space docking mission. What is this docking? With this docking experiment, they are trying to dock 2 satellites together to join or to combine 2 satellites together there in the orbit. वहां पर सपोज 2 सैटेलाइट्स भेजिए, उनको आपस में ज्वाइन करना से फ्यूल ट्रांसफर करने के लिए और एनी अदर पर्पस. सो दे हैव सक्सेसफुली docked such 2 satellites. The names are Chaser and Target. Chaser and Target. This was the SpaceX mission, right? And again, very much important fact, to do such thing, India has become 4th country to achieve this success after US, Russia and China. डॉकिंग टेक्नोलॉजी को अकम्प्लिश करने वाला इंडिया इज 4th कंट्री आफ्टर यूएस, रशिया एंड चाइना. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रैंक. दे कैन डायरेक्टली आस्क यू दिस क्वेश्चन. रिमेंबर दिस थिंग, राइट? तो दोनों नाम आपको याद रखने हैं, चेजर एंड टारगेट. इंडिया की रैंक आपको याद रखनी है डॉकिंग में. डॉकिंग में आफ्टर यूएस, रशिया एंड चाइना, इंडिया इज द 4th कंट्री टू अचीव सक्सेस. देन मूविंग ऑन टू नेक्स्ट न्यूज. Next news we have is, again for Science Tech, this is important. Remember, the Union Cabinet has approved 3rd launch pad for India. Launch pad होते हैं जहां से हम लॉन्च करते हैं लॉन्च व्हीकल, सैटेलाइट्स, राइट? So launchpad, 3rd launchpad has been approved for India. Where it will be developed? It will be developed at the Satish Dhawan Space Center only in Sriharikota, Andhra Pradesh. Okay, and this has been designed with such configuration which is universal and adaptable, that it will be supporting wide range of launch vehicles, not only specific types. So universal hai, adaptable hai as per the technology, and it will be there. It will support not only NGLV but also LVM3 vehicles with semi-cryogenic stage fuels. So new generation launch vehicle India is developing, right? New generation launch vehicle India has developed. Then we have the LVM3, the replacement LVM3, which is the replacement of erstwhile GSLV Mark 3. GSLV Mark 3 is now LVM3. So all these new launch vehicles will be supported by this launch pad. Cryogenic, semi-cryogenic technology. Cryogenic technology क्या होती है? Anyone please? I want you to tell me this answer. At which temperature, very low temperature पे we store this. So cryogenic technology is used in these engines of spacecrafts. It is also used in pharmaceutical industries very widely, in forensics very widely, to store the samples etc. You have to tell me cryogenic technology की जब हम बात करते हैं तो cryogenic temperature minus how many degrees Celsius? I want you to answer. Remember, this 3rd launch pad has been approved. Satish Dhawan Space Center. और टोटल फंड रिक्वायरमेंट जो होगा इसके डेवलपमेंट के लिए it would be 3,984.86 crores. This can be important. 3,984.86 crores. Presently we have 2 launch pads, right? Presently we have 2 launch pads. This 3rd now has been approved. Next, Jawaharlal Nehru Center for Advanced Scientific Research has using silver wire network has developed a new wearable device that can detect stress. Okay, liquid nitrogen 192. Are you sure? Minus 192 is cryogenic. Everyone, give me your answers. I'll be telling you this shortly. So remember, this is again very important. Jawaharlal Nehru Center for Advanced Scientific Research has introduced a new silver wire network. Using this silver wire network, a new wearable device which can डिटेक्ट स्ट्रेस डिटेक्ट कर सकता है, राइट? So this can be important. Yes, 50 to 273, right? So this is not 192 exactly, but around 250 से 250 minus 250 you can say, right? So this was the news. Remember, stress detect करने की डिवाइस किसने डेवलप की है रिसेंटली? जवाहरलाल नेहरू सेंटर फॉर एडवांस साइंटिफिक रिसर्च. देन टॉकिंग अबाउट डिफेंस, तो डिफेंस में वी हैव डिफेंस मिनिस्ट्री हैज साइंड अ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट विद योर भारत डायनामिक्स लिमिटेड, BDL, Bharat Dynamics Limited, remember, for the supply of medium range surface to air missiles for Indian Navy. Medium range surface to air क्या होगी? Surface से launch होगी to strike the target in the air, right? Surface to air missiles. For this contract has been signed. Remember, the parties involved in the contract, Defense Ministry and the Bharat Dynamics Limited. Because this will be largely indigenously developed. It will be having large indigenous content. Remember, okay? So it will be by Indian category. By Indian category. What is this by Indian category? Where we are trying to promote indigenous technology. And remember, I told you one thing, that we have this positive indigenization list. This is a very good term, very popular term. It can be used in examination. So remember, what is positive indigenization list? Positive indigenization list is an initiative of the Defense Ministry where they have given out that these are the equipments, these are the procurements, they update it, which we will be procuring only from the domestic producers. So promoting indigenization of defense equipments is the positive indigenization list. PIB के लिए जो क्लासेस होती हैं उसमें आप देखेंगे कि मैम वुड बी हाईलाइटिंग व्हाट इज इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट? ऑल्सो PYQ से यू कैन ऑलवेज गेस विच पार्ट इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट. As per the recent trend of the questions, first look at the questions and then go through the PIB, so you will know definitely which part you need to remember. Also class में भी highlight हो जाता है, so that would help you. I think this news is clear. Then next one is Center has approved creation of new CISF reserve battalions. So this is again new approval coming from central government. 2 new CISF reserve battalions have been approved. So presently there were 13, now it comes to 15, right? Reserve battalions of the CISF, Central Industrial Security Forces. जैसे मेट्रो वगैरह में आपने देखा होगा जो पर्सोनल्स डिप्लॉयड होते हैं, CISF पर्सोनल्स होते हैं, राइट? CISF, Central Industrial Police, Central Industrial Security Force. नहीं, current affairs only happens on YouTube. Okay, current affairs only happens in YouTube. Content is there in the paid course. So this is important. Remember, presently number has also increased with this. 13 से कितना हो गया है? With 2 new battalions being approved by the central government, it becomes 15. So remember this number. Then next news is celebrating naval civilians. Basically, Indian Navy is proudly celebrating Year of Naval Civilians. This can be important. Remember, Indian Navy is celebrating Year of Naval Civilians on 17th January. Naval Civilians का year celebrate कर रही है Indian Navy 17th January को, and there's this famous song which has been composed for this purpose. So remember the name of the song is Ji Jaan Lagan Se. Ji Jaan Lagan Se. Okay, for the Indian Navy. Then talking about indices, reports and rankings, very important one, World Future Skills Index 2025 says, which has been released by London-based Quackerly Simons QS. So QS India ranking as we call it, India has ranked 25th. What is India's rank? Remember this rank, it can be important. 25th. 25th across all indicators and categories as future skills contender. So India की rank क्या है? 25th. And category in which India has been placed is future skills contender, that we are ready to compete in the future skills contender, right? Total categories जिन पे ये rank करता है countries को are skills fit, academic research, future of work and economic transformation. 4 categories are there on which these rankings are provided. Skills का कितना आप skills के basis पे how much fit you are, Academic readiness, how much you have. Future of work, what is the future of work? And then fourth is economic transformation. So India has been placed at 25th rank with future skills contender status. And remember, which are the top 5 nations. So we have discussed about India. Now you need to remember top 5 nations as well. Top 5 nations are US, UK, Germany, Australia and Canada. US, UK, Germany, Australia and Canada. Remember top 5 nations. Then talking about reports. So reports may we have OPEC, the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. It has forecasted that global oil demand will grow by 1.43 million barrels per day in 2026. How much? 1.43 million barrels per day. OECD के बारे में, अच्छा OPEC के बारे में आप लोग जानते होंगे, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑफ पेट्रोलियम एक्सपोर्टिंग कंट्रीज. ये क्या है? दिस इज अ कार्टेल. कार्टेल क्या होता है? सपोज देयर आर 2-3 बिग प्लेयर्स, है ना. अब 2-3 बिग प्लेयर्स हैं जो ऑयल एक्सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं. If they operate separately, they will not be able to dominate the price in the market, है ना. But if they form a group, तो monopoly बन जाएगी. Monopoly बनने से क्या होगा? जिस भी price पे they are exporting, countries have to import. So OPEC is working like this. This is a cartel formed with big suppliers of crude oil and petroleum. OPEC ने बोला है कि 1.43 million barrels per day से oil demand जो है बढ़ेगी because of growth coming from all the major economies. And also you can remember OPEC का prediction for the world economic growth. So OPEC has predicted that world economy will be growing by 3.1% in 2025 and 3.2 in 2026. बाकी सारी organizations का आप देखेंगे तो it is 2.7. OPEC का क्या है? 3.1 और next year में 3.2. अवार्ड्स की हम बात करें, सो अवार्ड्स में वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस दिस थिंग लॉट नंबर ऑफ टाइम्स. 21st थर्ड आई एशियन फिल्म फेस्टिवल, right, which has started on 10th January, where it is happening in Mumbai. So you should remember important awardees here. Asian Cinema Culture Award, we have discussed this number of times. Asian Cinema Culture Award has been awarded to Javed Akhtar. Then Satyajit Ray Memorial Award has been awarded to Rafiq Baghdadi. And these are the other films and awards. You should go through it. So best film, Marathi film category mein goes to Gypsy. Best Director, Shashi Khandare. Actor, Best Actress. So you not remember all these things. At least remember best film in the Marathi film category has been awarded to Gypsy. Best film in Indian cinema category, overall Indian cinema category has been awarded to Juhi Phool, right? And best director is Samik Roy. So remember these two awards: best film Marathi category Gypsy, best film Indian cinema category Juhi Phool. All other awards you can just go through them. Books we don't have. Festivals mein we have Kettle Kanuma. So Telangana recently has observed Kanuma, which is a festival of cattle. Okay, on third day of Sakranti festival, they observe it. So remember, this Kettle Kanuma is a festival associated with cattle, recently celebrated in Telangana. Sports mein we don't have anything. Appointments mein we have Justice K. Vinod Chandran appointed as Judge of the Supreme Court, General V.K. Singh appointed as Governor of Mizoram, and then Vineet Joshi appointed as Secretary, Department of Higher Education of Ministry of Education. Talking about conferences we have Bharat Mobility Expo, very much in news. Bharat Mobility Global Expo 2025. Okay, it has been started, it has been inaugurated. Where it is happening? In Bharat Mandapam, New Delhi. भारत मंडपम न्यू दिल्ली, जो ऑटोमोबाइल्स का बहुत बड़े लेवल पे ग्लोबल मोबिलिटी एक्सपो है, राइट. लॉट ऑफ ऑटोमोबाइल्स, न्यू इनोवेशंस, न्यू मॉडल्स, दे आर टू बी शोकास्ड ओवर हियर. सो रिमेंबर द लोकेशन भारत मंडपम. भारत मंडपम में होगा, यशोभूमि में होगा, इंडिया एक्सपो सेंटर. 3 लोकेशंस आर देयर. So remember, it is being supported by Ministry of Commerce and Industry. A lot of car and automobile shows are to be organized. Then next we have is international conference is being organized by CSIR, National Institute of Science, Communication and Policy Research, on aligning science, technology, innovation indicators for effective R&D governance. So this is still STIG 2025. Okay. Aligning science, technology, innovation indicators for effective R&D governance. This conference is being organized by international by CSIR National Institute of Science, Communication and Policy Research, NISCPR. This much only is relevant, then no obituaries. Important days mein we have 77th Army Day. 77th Army Day, which is there, observed on 15th January. Okay, what was the theme for the 77th Army Day? Samarth Bharat Saksham Sena. Remember this theme, Samarth Bharat Saksham Sena. Then we don't have anything else. That was it for 15th January CA. Now it's time for the top 5 MCQs. I am expecting quick answers from all of you for these questions. In the World Future Skills 2025 ranking, India has been ranked at which position across all the indicators, and has also been categorized as with which of the following tag? So what is the rank of India in this QS World Future Skills 2025 index? Rank of India and the category it has been placed with. Quickly tell me, what is the correct option? Everyone, recently we have discussed this thing. A, right? Very good. So rank is 25th, and the tag which has been assigned, the category India has been placed is Future Skills Contender, right? 25th rank, remember, and future skills contender. Very good. A is the right option. Next, consider the following statements and select the incorrect one. You have to select the incorrect statement out of this. Union Cabinet chaired by Prime Minister has established third launch pad. Total fund requirement is 3984.86 for this. Recently, Defense Ministry has signed a contract with Bharat Dynamics Limited for supply of medium range surface to air missiles. And recently, Center has approved creation of 3 new reserve battalions of CISF. Which of the following is incorrect? Question number 2, quickly. Which of the following is incorrect? You are saying C? No. C is correct. Suraj. Anyone? Which one is incorrect? So if you look at the statement D, all other statements are correct. Center has approved not 3 new reserve battalions in CISF, 2 battalions have been approved, right? तो CISF में जो नई reserve battalions हैं, 2 battalions approved की हैं, 3 नहीं है. That's why D is the incorrect one. Next question. The pavilion recently set up by Union Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment at Mahakumbh 2025 was inaugurated recently. What is the theme of this pavilion? What is the theme of this pavilion? The theme is, theme of the pavilion, very good, D, divine, grand and digital, right? Remember, divine, grand and digital. Next question, question number 4. World Bank has projected India's growth to be how much percentage in the next 2 fiscal years? Growth projection by World Bank for India for upcoming 2 fiscal years. How much percent? How much percentage? Anyone? C. C is 6.5. No, not 6.5. Very good. B is the right answer, 6.7, right? It is not 6.5, it is 6.7. 6.7 is the projection coming from World Bank. You have to consider the following statements about Startup India initiative and select the correct option here. You have to select the correct option regarding Startup India initiative. Yes, anyone? Correct statement, quickly, tell me. So if you look at the first, say the fourth statement, India is second largest startup ecosystem. No, India is third largest, right? So this is incorrect. Ministry of Commerce and Industry is the nodal ministry for the implementation of this. Okay, and then 20,000 crore fund for startup supports early stage funding के लिए नहीं, this is 10,000 crores. And also this initiative recently has completed 9 years, that is true, but 9 years not on 15th January, 9 years on 16th January, right? So only C, the third statement is correct here. Ministry of Commerce and Industry is the implementing agency or ministry for this. Very good. C is the right option here. Ministry of Commerce and Industry is the nodal ministry for this. All other statements are incorrect. Now this is your learning exercise. Recently, we have seen Union Minister Piyush Goyal has launched initiatives like Prabhav Factbook and Bharat Startup Challenge for a startup ecosystem in India. So you have to tell me, what does Prabhav stands for? What is the full form of Prabhav? This is the learning exercise for all of you. You will be telling me the answer in the comment section today. And the last question which I gave you for the learning exercise or as homework question, I have received commendable answers. So according to the Traxon's annual India FinTech report, India has ranked third globally in terms of funding received in FinTech segment. So remember, third rank. Question was, despite how much percentage of decline this rank still India maintains? So yes, correct option is 33%. Some of you have provided other related information like India's rank, then first country like US, second country is UK. Very, I appreciate this effort, right? So we have received the answers 33%, right, from Karthik, from Lokesh, then Priyanka, then Isha Bhadoria, Suraj Patil, Manish, then Neelam, Nishtha Gupta. All of you have provided the right answers. This was your last learning exercise, and I am expecting answer of today's homework question which I gave you regarding the Prabhav fact book, right? That is it for today's class. I hope this was useful for you. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next session. Thank you so much. RBI ESI NABARD ESI का लगभग सेम है. Some changes are there, right? Basics जो है वो तो ठीक है, ESI के जो basic concepts होते हैं, but some changes are there which are NABARD specific. तो वैसे same है, but with some modifications. All right then, thank you so much everyone. See you in the next class. Have a good day.